Hey, what's going on, Cancers? Butch here. I am going to do the remainder of May read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Sun Seeker Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Cancer for the remainder of May 2023? All right, Cancers. So the first thing that I see, Cancers, I feel like this is someone from your past. This is not someone new. But I feel like it is someone that I feel like you had a really strong connection with, and I feel like that connection has never really died, because I feel like that it's one of those connections that I feel is going to last forever. And off the very start of this, you might not want to hear it, but like I said, I mean, this is someone you already know. You know, with that past person. Now, with this person, I feel like in the past, this person was very guarded, very defensive. And we have the nine of Wands, that defensive energy. And then we have that Eight of Swords, that self-imposed prison. You know, I feel like the reason why this didn't work before is I feel like they were sabotaging it. You know, it was a self-sabotaging energy I'm getting from this person. I feel like this person had everything they could have wanted. Everything they could have wanted. But even though it was all right there for them, I feel like they found a way to screw it up. You know, they kept you at arm's reach. They kept you, like I said, very defensive energy. I feel like this person spent way too much time overthinking this. You know, I feel like this person was almost, I get a very immature, very immature emotionally. You know, it's like they weren't ready for you. They weren't ready for the way they felt about you. And instead of being honest about it, that's when the self-sabotaging started to happen. You know, I feel like this person started pushing you away. This person started creating distance between the two of you. You know, I feel like this person put a lot of work in pushing you away. And the strangest part is, they didn't want to. You know, they were happy. I feel like this person didn't know a lot of happiness before you. And it was almost like happiness was uncomfortable for them. And I know that sounds really strange. You know, I feel like physically, I feel like you had a great connection. I feel like that part was the only part that they were giving into. You know, with that Knight of Wands, I feel like that physical connection that you guys had was the only part that they were letting happen. You know, I feel like when they met you, they wanted to be physical with you. I feel like it was something that's what they were looking for. But what they found was something completely different. And I feel like with that, that's when the anxiety started. That's when they got in their own heads with that four of swords that we seen earlier. And then the Nine of Swords, the anxiety, not being able to sleep. You know, I feel like they felt like they were in over their head. But now moving forward, what I see is I feel like they're done hiding. You know, I feel like there's nobody else for this person. This person's always loved you. No matter how much distance was between the two of you, they've always loved you. And they're done hiding it. They're done fighting it. They want to be happy. They always did. I just feel like there was a lot of stubborn energy with this person before. You know, with that seven of wands, that standing their ground. You know, I feel like it was very stubborn, but also, like I said, emotionally immature. I don't feel like they were ready for you. But now, like I said, moving forward, I do feel like this person's going to want to reconcile. And I feel like it's going to be a surprise when this person reaches out to you. You know, I feel like it may even shock you that this person still thinks about you, let alone is still in love with you. They haven't let you go. They don't want to let you go. They didn't want to let you go before. But like I said, it was almost like it was easier for them to walk away than to give in. They felt like they were going to lose something by giving in. So they pushed you away. And as much pain as that may have caused you, I feel like it doesn't even scratch the surface on the pain it's caused them. And I'm not trying to make it pity party for them. I'm not. I'm just saying, from what I can see here, this person caused them a lot of pain. Self-inflicted pain. But I feel like this person's gone through a huge transformation. You know, I feel like this person's gone through a lot of big changes. And I feel like this person knows now what they should have known then. You know, and I do feel like I said, I do feel like this person is coming back in a very big way. You know, I do see them coming back and taking that leap of faith. Because they always knew what they wanted. And what they wanted was you. Like I said, the moment they fell for you, that's when they started pushing you away. Because it just seemed easier. And that's where that immature energy comes in. Not saying they're an immature person, I just immature emotionally. I don't feel like there's a lot of good in this person's life, and I feel like it was hard for them to accept something good. And you'll be surprised. I mean, Google it. You'd be surprised how many people do this. But like I said, they're coming back and taking that leap of faith because they know this is where they belong. You know, they're coming right back to where they belong. Coming full circle with that World card. They're right exactly where they want to be, where they need to be. They haven't stopped thinking about you and only you. And like I said, with that Seven of Cups in reverse, there's nobody else. They know that now. I feel like they knew it then. But they weren't big enough to, you know, they weren't big enough to admit that to themselves or to you. You know, they didn't see what was right in front of them. That Two of Swords. But they're not going to make that mistake twice. You know, I do see this person coming in and wanting to be with you. And doing whatever it takes to be with you. And they are going to chase. They're not going to take no for an answer. Because they know they need to make it right. And it's not going to be easy. They know that. And that's where this new emotional maturity that they've found, that huge transformation and these big changes that's come into their life, that's the biggest part of it, is accepting accountability. They know they screwed up. They know that you may not want to ever talk to them again. But they can't have that. They can't lose you twice. Like I said, there's no more secrets. And I feel like with this person coming in, you know, this person they're going to want to build that foundation. You know, they're going to want that stability with you. They're going to want you to trust them. They're going to want you to know that they're there for you. And like I said, I mean, they're there to make it right. They're there to protect you. They're there to take care of you. All the things they should have done. You know, the things they should have done before. Like I said, it's not you. It's not just you that's going to be happy from this. You know, I do see you finding emotional fulfillment, but we have the 10 of Cups, that family card. I feel like you're the family they always wanted. Even when they were pushing you away. But there's no more pushing. Like I said, they've always loved you. They knew it then. They know it now. They're just doing it differently now. You know, I mean, I feel like this is... I mean, we have some twin flame soulmate energy with this, but like I said, we got that Lover's card. You know, and I feel like, again, we're going to talk about that iceberg love. I think I coined the phrase, so I use it a lot. The iceberg love. You know, they knew there was something there. They seen it. They didn't know how big it was because they weren't getting close to it. You know, just think about this person in a boat with their binoculars. They see this iceberg sticking out of the water. They know it's there, but they kept their distance. You know, they're afraid of hitting and sinking. You know, they're afraid of running into it. And because they were afraid, they didn't get close enough to see how big this really is. But they're coming in now. Like I said, and emotional their emotional maturity has skyrocketed. You know, I feel like this person, I'm not going to say this person hasn't met anybody else in between you and them being together, but I feel like everyone they have met never equaled up to you. And that's part of that change they went through. You know, they finally are accepting what was right in front of them the whole time. And that's causing them to come back. Like I said, they're going to want to, you know, they're going to want to reconcile. They're going to want to make things right. And their goal with that is to make you a real offer. Now with this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You know, like I said, I've seen this a lot. I've seen people do this. They want someone, but you know, they meet someone and that person's great. It's everything they ever wanted. They just weren't ready. You know? I mean, they were in the same book. They just weren't on the same page. You know, right person, wrong time. And as long as we have breath in our bodies, there's always a chance. You know, there's always time to make it right. And they want to make it right. You know, and it actually reminds me of one of my favorite Christmas movies, Scrooged, with Bill Murray. You know, he chose his career over his own true love because he wasn't ready, because he never knew it. And that's what I mean by this person. I feel like they never really felt love like this. You know, I feel like there was, I feel like there's a lot of trauma in this person's past, and it made them almost afraid of love. And sometimes when we've been hurt so much by people that we think that should love us, the people that are there to take care of us, like family, friends, sometimes when those people hurt us so much, we build a wall up around our heart. It's almost like a defense mechanism. Somebody starts getting close, the defense comes, the walls get thicker. Instead of you breaking through their walls, they added on another layer. But that's what it is with self-sabotaging. You know, when you, like I said, when you Google it, there's so many ways of self-sabotaging. You know, making the person feel like they're not enough, gaslighting the person, you know, making them feel like they're not enough, even though you want to be with the person, even though you love the person. In your mind, something is telling you that it's better to keep them away from you than to let them in. Because the people we care about the most are the people that can hurt us the most. And that's what they think. Which is true. But the people we care about the most can give us the most as well. You know, there's two sides to every coin. It's all about perspective. You know, I've done this myself. I've told people before, I said the same thing. I grew up in a home with not a lot of love. And it's not a pity party. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. Because there's a lot of people that had a lot worse than I did. You know, it was abusive. There's not, you know, it wasn't a lot of love. It wasn't really any love except for really my nanny, which was the most loving person ever, and she gave me more love than some people get. So don't feel, you know, I don't want anybody to feel bad for me. That's not what part of the story is about. The moral of the story is for all the people that didn't show me love, I learned love from one person. Like I said, my nan, she was my world. Like, she was the most loving person I'd ever met. And she filled my cups up with love more than 20 people could have. And that's why I'm the person I am today. Now, I wasn't always like this. There was times when I was, you know, I was filled with that toxic masculinity where I felt like I had to be tough. I couldn't show love. You know, I still struggle with that a little bit now. I mean, there's still parts of me that feels like I can't show emotions the way I want to. So I bottle them up. But like with this person to read, even though they loved you and they always loved you, they never showed you it. They didn't accept it themselves. And I feel like one of the biggest energies I feel in this read is the fact that this person, one of their biggest fears is loving someone that didn't love them back. And I feel like they may have convinced themselves that you didn't love them back, or you couldn't love them back. You know, that's one of the part of the things I dealt with growing up, is I felt unlovable. You know, and when you're young, you don't realize, like, I knew my nanny cared about me when I was young, but as I got older, I realized how much she really put out there for me and how much she really showed up for me. Like, I played hockey. Nobody in my family showed up to my hockey games. Ever. I played football. You know, I took jiu-jitsu. Nobody ever showed up. But her. She didn't come to every game, but she showed up. And she was in really bad shape when she got older, and she still showed up. So she took all the pain, you know, she took all the pain that it felt for her to get ready and come sit in a cold ass rink for me. And as I got older, I realized how much she was there for me. And thankfully, I realized that, you know, before she passed away 10 years ago in August. It was actually the day after my second son was born. And it was You know, I feel bad that my kids don't get to meet her. But, you know, she didn't show love in the traditional way. Yeah, she hugged you and, you know, gave you a kiss when you were leaving and stuff, but um, she was a Taurus, so she showed love with cooking, taking care of you, you know, always making sure you're good. But I could ramble on about her for hours. The point of the story is, not everybody shows love, even when they feel it. You know, not everybody tells you they love you, even when they know they do. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.